So the Aneki to Lima departure goes straight ahead to 800 feet, and we've got the runway and then 800 feet. And then we go southbound towards Delta Foxtrot 101, which has a 200 and which you can also do on the nav display. So if you go into the plan mode and select the constraints on the EFIS control panel, then you can also visually check your SID over here. So you could, for example, open the chart at the same time, and then you could just scroll through and you could verify all of those to be correct for your SID as well. Some pilots do use the arrow keys to navigate through the entire flight plan in order to verify that there are no gross errors in here as well, which is something that you can do. Some pilots do, other pilots don't. Alright, now let's go back into the FMS setup. Now that all the route has been entered, we are going to continue entering our performance data. And we are going to start that by going to the init page and then clicking the right-hand arrow key. Do note that this page is only accessible if the engines are stopped. If your engines are running, you can no longer access this page, but you can use the fuel prediction page when your engines are shut down. So let's go in it, next page, and over here we start with a zero fuel weight entry, which is 156.9 today, so 156.9, and then we also enter the zero fuel weight center of gravity. Now, provided that your boarding is still in progress and you don't know the final value yet, we enter 25 as default, so /25, and we put that up here. The block fuel equals the fuel that we have. Thereafter, we're going to press and hold the emergency button, and then press the press to test button down here, and we should see the cross for the airflow for at least 5 seconds. Release the button, and thereafter we can close the option.
1000. Retard. 10, 5, retard.
So that's off, and that's the after landing procedure complete. Alright, with the runway now vacated, we can go ahead and start the taxi to the gate. Now, taxi to the gate is fairly easy for us. We just go straight ahead to the right, and then we are already right at the terminal where we're going to park on for today's flight. Now, quick word on taxi speeds over here. When you're taxiing on a long straight taxiway, you can accelerate all the way up to 30 knots. In a tight turn, however, use no more than 10 knots. And finally, when you are backtracking on a runway, 50 knots of speed are permissible. Last but not least, when you're taxiing on an apron, the maximum speed would be 15